Hi, it's Ryan Talbot here, founder of VueMotion, and we're proud to announce our partnership and collaboration with Altis, bringing together world-leading coach education and some really, really cool technology. I wanted to share with you just a bit of the background of VueMotion and really where it all started. So back in 2019, just before COVID hit, I was working as a technology and security consultant. I spent 25 years in the industry and done a lot of work with video and analytics. And I've always loved what video represents and what we could get out of it. And talking even to a lot of coaches today, video is by far the most used tool. I was also a part-time track and field coach, and like most part-time coaches, I was really time poor, but wanting the best for my athletes. I spent a lot of time looking at video, and I also love the Altis kinograms, and I spent a lot of time cutting out shapes of my athletes and cutting out these kinograms, just trying to understand what shapes they were making and when, and how they were connecting with the ground and where, and being able to profile the athletes and sort of compare that over time as well. But it was taking a lot of time away from my family, and coming from a technology background, I knew there had to be an easier and automated way that we could get a lot of these measures like step length and step frequency, ground contact times and flight times, and instantaneous velocity and times and split times, and the things that coaches are really looking for, but we haven't had access to really outside of a lab or combining a bunch of technologies in the past. So I got together with a couple of colleagues I worked with at Canon several years earlier, and we set out to look at how we could solve this problem, not just for me, but for coaches all around the world. And what we found is that the likes of Apple and Samsung have really put incredible technology in the hands of everyone. Everyone has access to a phone these days, and video is by far the most used tool. So we started building out these models to be able to look at automating these processes. And early 2022, I caught up with Dan Paff. I reached out to him, and I'd met him a couple of years earlier where he had done a session at Sydney Olympic Park with a couple of the athletes I was working with, and showed him sort of what we were working on. And he really loved a lot of the measures we could get out of it and what we could really see with the athletes from being able to automate the process. But he said that there definitely needs to be a coach education component to this to be able to make sense of a lot of the numbers and a lot of the information we we're getting out of it. So over the last year and a bit, we've been working with Altis to be able to bring all of this together, that coach education and the technology into Motion IQ. So we're really excited for anyone to be able to have access to this and get some really awesome education off the back of it. I'm also going to do a few videos just talking about how the technology has been helping athletes and coaches and physiotherapists and really anyone that works with an athlete or player over the last 18 months. And I'll also talk a little bit more about computer vision, AI, machine learning, and what the future holds within this space as well, and how we can learn more by having larger data sets to be able to provide this type of information back to coaches in the future as well, something we're really excited about. So look forward to talking more about that over the next couple of videos.